Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Welcome to the Upper Echelon Podcast. We're in a new location now, and I'm your host for the evening. My name is Ride That Guy, apostrophe over the T. I'm sitting here with Two-Tone Bone. He's an absolute legend, aka Unk. I'm also here with Navy Blue CJ. You know what he's on today. Navy down to the draws. Pause.
Hey, yo. Hey. Starting off wrong.
And back to you, Ride That Guy. Hey, my president finally addressed the current puppet in the administration, man. He finally commented on his obsession with his family. I mean, this is down to years of comparison. I mean, Obama's been out of office, what, 10 years? Just about? Yeah, about 10 years.
Indeed.
This person that we're speaking of here, the current chief of staff there, or whatever he is, I forgot his name, or his title now at this point, but either way, Obama finally commented and said, you know, he's got a suite in his head rent-free. He ain't got a room in there, he got a suite rent-free.
Right.
Did you ever get a chance to take a look, and what are your thoughts on the whole ordeal, Tom?
Man, I definitely shout out to Obama. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But Obama, low key, that's Trump, homie, man. Yeah, like if you dig deeper into stuff, all of them they kind of cool. Michelle Obama is the one that's not actually cool with Donald Trump, and Obama or Donald Trump do use him as he know there's so many people out here that did not like Obama, and he know if he spews hate toward Obama, then he's going to get even more people. Like that's why all of this MAGA stuff is happening right now. So not to say Trump ain't tripping, because he is tripping, but I'm saying Obama, they have a personal relationship. They were sitting by they were sitting by each other at some type of event. So yeah,
it was Jimmy Carter's
funeral. That's what it
chopping
was.
It up, you know, they was chopping game. You know what I'm saying?
Laughing.
You know, I think it's you know, it's you know how they say things. It's provocative, you know what I'm saying? It gets the people going.
Yeah.
It's just conversation pieces, so, you know, it's another something for us to talk about instead of a real pertinent issue that actually affects American people, but I digress.
I still like that he commented on it, because I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the video where he posted the Obamas as like monkeys, little video on Twitter or whatever, where he did that. So I mean, you got that on top of we homies, but you're doing that kind of stuff. It still needs addressing.
I wasn't endorsing that. I never would, you know what I'm saying, endorse no disrespect of anybody, especially no black man or woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that was foul, but you know. I feel like they play these games and,
brother,
you know,
yes,
Barack, you part of this system where they play these games and, you know, hey, it is what it is.
I just thought when you just said that, what if Barack is cool with this the same way that Kevin Hart was cool with this with the roast stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, look, we gonna keep them, because controversy is what stays afloat nowadays, you know what I'm saying? And if we could just make people think that me and you beefing all the time, and we're not beefing, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna win woozle everybody. So, yeah.
That's kind of Trump's MO though, as far as get the people going based off what he says. I don't know if y'all seen that last interview he did with one woman on TV. I forgot her name, but he walked off because. You know how he'll do things like, we have just so many things going, a new health care plan, but no evidence on it, doesn't say anything behind it. Like, she wasn't letting him get away with that. She was like, what is it? Like, tell me what it is. Like, I don't want to just hear you doing all this fluff. Like, actually tell me some evidence and proof. Same with that health care plan, though. This one he's supposed to introduce in, like, I think his first presidency or something like that. This brand new health care plan is so much better. It's going to be, and it still hasn't been introduced. But you constantly go to just rag on Obamacare. I'm not saying it's perfect, but a person with a complaint, you know, and an answer in one hand, like, you continuously just have complaints and you're just trying to degrade him. Like, I just don't really get it. Like, focus on your job.
But you know, it's all smoke and mirrors, you know what I'm saying? I believe it's all just a big, you know, distraction, you know. let's talk about this and let's look at this. Like, cause this, what are we talking about? We talking about, oh yeah, I live rent free in his head. That's really what the ladies say to the guys. You know, that's something that the ladies say. Yeah, with that, lock it. You feel me?
Or some NBA talking stuff. I'm in your head. Like, this is a game.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm kind of leaning toward this
game.
This Kevin
I
Hart.
live in his head rent free. Like,
I'm cool with you.
like, all right, we get it.
Michelle not cool with you posting them pictures of the monkeys. She like, I ain't rocking with it.
I don't think Barack was cool with it either, but Barack probably seen it and probably was like, that damn dumb.
Damn dumb.
You know what I'm saying? He probably was like, yeah, alright, whatever. And Michelle put the battery in his back paws, you know. You gonna let him post that picture like that? You ain't gonna say nothing?
Say nothing.
You know what, baby, you right.
No, that wasn't even the straw that broke it. It was at the UFC event at the White House where dude, I forgot his name, called her a man. That was ridiculous.
He was out of pocket.
Who called her a man?
He was
Some dude that was fighting. I cannot remember his
He
name.
got beat up.
But yeah, it's when said on
He
the
lost
mic.
all, excuse me. He didn't get beat up. He won, but then he got sued, and he's getting sued for all of the earnings from the fight.
And magically he has an apology now. Magically. Because it don't matter how turned out, how much fun you have. Why? And even other people there was like, he out of pocket.
You
What
know,
you
the
doing?
thing is, again, they say these things for clickbait, to go viral. It's all about, you know, how far we can push the line. You know what I'm saying? That's, everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants to say something that's going to have everybody up in arms. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Buddy said that, like, right after he was like, I want to thank you to my mom and dad, and if anything else you want to say before you leave. And he said that I ain't even gonna repeat it, you know what I'm saying? Because it was unnecessary.
Right.
So it's like I said, man, people falling victim, you know, to the game. You know what I'm saying? And they just
Start suplexing fools. That's what y'all gonna say.
They just trying to go. They trying to go viral.
Yeah.
Any means necessary. Like he say, TSA, man, they say anything.
They say anything.
Hey, Goatee CJ is on a different wave, I see. Okay, understood.
Hey, yo.
Understood.
Yo.
But speaking, we already on the subject of the Orange Man. It's kind of a couple of things here that you got to touch on with him.
Pause.
Absolutely, I'll give you that one. That deal that he did with Iran, did y'all see a little bit of the details of it?
I'm gonna give it some of it.
Going to give him $328 billion of taxpayer dollars to essentially, for all the damages that were caused during the war. They're not allowed to have nuclear weapons. That was also included in there. And I think the other thing that they required was that Israel stops bombing Lebanon. That was the other thing too, which has been a real struggle for Israel as far as we're concerned.
This is related to when he said they can have a couple of their guns. Just the one, he said they can't have all your straps. You can have a few, you know, you can have a few pistols. I can't just let you have all your guns though, bro. This was the one that we're talking about.
This ain't that exact one. No,
Okay.
not that exact
I remember
one.
hearing something like that. I was like, whatever.
But it's the ticker that you're negotiating with these people, and then in the end, still we, the taxpayers, have to end up coughing up the $328 billion. And I'm just very confused though on how you can't have the budget. You're cutting budget from the Department of Education, but you're doing things like this. And I'm like, man, it essentially looks like you're on the exact chain. You're on Israel's chain. That people have been saying that. So I'm not trying to go into the political aspect of it, but since he likes to comment on Obama so much when that war was going on, I think Obama only gave $3 billion or zero. I'll have to look up the actual facts of it again.
So one of my sources, they said, remember when Bill Clinton said a long time ago, because it has a lot to do with Netanyahu. Bill Clinton said 30 plus years ago, yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu wants to stay in conflict so that he can stay in power. Because if there's, you know, wartime, there's no time for an election. You know, democracy cannot really take place if the nation is at war. And so for a long time, he's been trying to get America to just go along with them beefing with somebody. And now it looks like that's why people like Tucker Carlson have kind of backed away from Trump and MAGA and whatnot, because they're like, wait a minute, I thought you was talking about make America great again.
And no more wars.
How is sending our men and women of the armed services, and shout out to the men and women of the armed services all over the world doing their thing. He said, how is making America great again by making them go for a pointless war and like having our tax-paying dollars go for, you know what I'm saying, nefarious deeds, like what's going on? And this guy was, yeah, Trump, let's go. And now he's like, whoa, are you really rocking with Israel like that?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had me thinking you want some America first type, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Now you want some other time.
He's definitely pulling this move, man. He's a slick dude. Everything like you always said before, CJ. It's about the money, man. It's about the yaper.
Come on, man.
And
It's about the yaper.
like it's just a play. I believe sometimes we can put our soldiers over there and risk their lives, like you saying, in meaningless wars. You just got the presence over there, but then that gives us a reason to say, this is why y'all paying more, because we got boots in the ground over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all said y'all didn't want the war no more, so I'm ending the war with Israel. But now I didn't sign something where we're gonna own $3 billion anyway. So the gas prices is gonna go back up anyway.
$328 billion.
Come on now. Come on now. So like the gas prices, they will be back up. They're gonna give us Independence Day off so we can celebrate 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give us Labor Day, and then stuff gonna shoot back up, and it's gonna be harder than what it was. It was a level 7 hard last year. It's gonna be a level 7.5 this year. You know what I'm saying? But the kickback beforehand, they're gonna give us a little time to ball and forget stuff. You know how they sent out the stimuluses and all of that, but it's all the game to break us though, man.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Pay attention.
Last thing we got to touch on with him, though, because I want to step away from that before we get too into the politics of it. Bud took that picture with the president.
Yes, sir.
How do y'all feel about it? He's gotten a lot of backlash for it, a lot of mixed reviews. Why? Because of the allegations against Mr. Trump as far as with the children and things of that nature. And people were like, well, it seemed like you endorsing that because you sat there and just took a picture. And Bud essentially was like, well, I can't help that the president is a family. It's like you didn't have to take a picture with him. What do you feel about the situation, Tom?
First and foremost, man, shout out to the people's champ, the city's champ, Bud Crawford,
Absolutely.
man. We rocking with you always, big dog. Me, Bud can do what he wants to. I think society has got a little bit too carried away with trying to tell you what you can do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not defending Donald Trump, nor do I even vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a businessman. I was born in the 70s, man. Donald Trump been doing this stuff with boxing and all of that stuff, all of this fighting stuff, and with sports. He did the XFL probably about 25, 30 years ago, where he deals with sports. It was a fight at the White House. Dana White hosted the fight. Dana White is Donald Trump homeboy. Joe Rogan, all of them. Bud messed with them. He got Republican money. Like, Bud got businesses around here, y'all. I don't know what he got everywhere else, but he got a lot of businesses over here, man. Like, he really doing it. So it's nothing wrong with him being in them doors with them people. A lot of them folks are racist. You know what I'm saying? So that was the main thing here in the city. People was mad at him about being with a racist dude. But I mean, come on, man. This dude saying you, the president of the United States. Hey, man, I'm a fan of you. And like he said in the caption of his picture, man, who would have thought the president of the United States, man, yeah, I'll give you a picture. I'd have gave him a picture too. Now, me personally, if I would have posted it, maybe not. But at the end of the day, if anybody would have said anything about me getting a picture with whoever I felt like getting a picture with, whatever, bro, I would have said what Bud said. Go look at his page.
I think because you're a public figure, you can do what you want. Anybody can do what you want to do, but there's consequences behind it all. I think a lot of people was thinking of, well, you came from this community, and that's the black community here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Right.
It would make it seem like, well, maybe did you forget where you came from and what this person stands for? Then you probably posting this picture. I could understand the negative backlash. I do also agree with you as far as he can do whatever he wants to do, and he even said he was going to do that. So I'm a little mixed on it. I probably wouldn't have posted it either. About as far as not taking it either, me and who I am, it'd be hard to sit there and refuse them in that moment though. But I probably wouldn't have posted the picture myself. What do you think, CJ?
Two things real great. For one, personally, I believe that he took a picture with fill in the blank, the president of the United States. That's what I think.
I hear you.
I see it.
That's really what I think. And two, shout out to Bud, man. We ride with the champ, man. I'm gonna just leave it like that. Just ride with the champ, bro. So
There it is.
Bud took the picture. Hey, when I saw it on IG, I put the, you know what I'm saying, I like it. You feel me? So, hey.
A lot of us deal with racists though, man. We sit around here, we be on that crap about Target. Let's boycott Target. They boycotted Target for like 2 months, and now everybody that boycotted Target back in Target. Like, either y'all gonna be that way or y'all not.
No,
you know?
they really did boycott Target for, you know what I'm saying, for a nice little second though, bro.
But they back though.
Yeah.
But they
I
back.
feel like they got
But
they got what they considered what they were, you know, aiming for. They, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna say. They got what they wanted though from the boycott.
I think.
Yeah, man. We just got to be thorough about stuff, man. Sometimes we get into, hey, we're not supporting these people, and then later on we be supporting. We did that stuff with Gucci and a whole bunch of other spots. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we do. And Bud just keeping it hot. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Donald Trump said, man, I'm the least racist person in this room. That's what Donald Trump said. Meaning, hey, man, Joe Biden is racist. Dude, I did not know Joe Biden was racist until I voted for that dude.
Yeah.
And then I heard Donald Trump say, hey, look up Dixiecrats. Look up Dixiecrats. And then look up what Joe Biden was in there talking about. He didn't want to he didn't want to integrate the schools with black kids because it would be an infestation of something.
Well, anytime you want to encourage, when you want to encourage a person to just stay in a certain level so that they can receive assistance and benefits, they're encouraging men and women to not want to strive for, you know, for more.
Right.
So you were perpetuating this victim mentality, you know.
Right.
You're making people feel like, you know, you're a victim. Like, we're all black men on this panel. I don't think either one of us feel like victims.
Come on now. I don't.
And we're all black men in America and know that America has never, you know, stood in solidarity with us.
Correct.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like no victim.
No.
Has things been unfavorable for black people in America? 100%.
Of course.
Nobody can deny that. That would be asinine for me to try to speak as if systemic racism was not a real thing. But I also understand that it is a tool for capitalism.
Mm.
And if we can just understand that this is a tool that capitalism uses to stay ahead, hey man, once we unite as people, because we got more in common than we have different.
And there it is.
Once we get it together like that, come on, man.
Well, it's another little social issue that kind of separated a lot of people, and I think originally this figure, Tony brought it up to this figure, said he was going to put forth like 75 grand towards Carmelo Anthony's case and for his family. Charleston White, he ended up withdrawing his funds.
Yeah.
Can you expand a little bit on why, Tone?
Man, my sources, man, they was telling me, man, Charleston, he he had contributed at least over $75,000 through like hollering at his certain lawyers and using his connections, and they donated $75,000 or more to the Anthony family to help out with lawyer fees and, you know, get the young man together so he had the proper defense. Somewhere down the line, Charleston White, he said that he did not agree with where his father stood, and he said that he couldn't do anything, he couldn't support a weak father like that. He said that the father wanted to had more interest of where's the money going once we pay for the lawyers, can we keep some of the money? And so he decided that he took all of the money back, like over $75,000. He told his lawyers, hey, yo, everybody come back over here. Charleston was saying he doesn't get in bed with people like Benjamin Crump, Black Lives Matters and things like that, because it all turns into a money thing and they just cash people out. So Charleston, I'll feel you if you're not getting in bed with certain groups, but you could have just left the money on the table for the young man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, especially if you got that money and it wasn't out of your pocket anyway, you know what I'm saying? Some of it was out of your pocket and he said that, but let it pay for the lawyers and then y'all take the rest, you know what I'm saying? Because the young man needed, but he also said that the father was nowhere involved in the case. Like, he was not there, and he just said it was a weak father. So, yeah, it's a sad situation, but yeah, that's what's up with Charleston.
What you think, CJ?
And we all know that Buddy says a lot of things for shock value.
Yeah.
You know, he does a lot of that, oh no, did he just say that?
Yeah.
You know, he does a lot of that, man. So, you know, there ain't really even nothing to say about family, man. It's Charleston White, bro. He just do. That guy,
Yeah, Charleston, that's a little crazy, big homie, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you could still pay for that boy lawyers, man. That man got 35 years, man, and then you got his mouth already, man, and now you're gonna withdraw the lawyers.
I can see, like I said, you have a certain opinion on the father. Absolutely. But you can also, you have the ability to confirm, hey, this is going straight to the lawyers.
Right.
So you really didn't need to withdraw. I mean, it's your money. Do what you felt you needed to do. But I think you didn't need to do that. Confirm and went to the lawyers and essentially walk away at that point. If you felt strongly about it in the beginning, it's like, oh, you're going to let this one person who was free, you already called him a weak father. You have the public eye on that comment. But you can still help the young man regarding his situation, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You're allowed to do what you want with your money. But that, I felt like that was a little slimy. In my opinion, so.
Yeah, man, you kind of lost your upper echelons of thinking, bro.
I definitely agree, but we got to touch on another one, and I'm actually gonna breeze over that last thing we talking about because this is probably a bigger subject, man. Men's mental health has to come into the picture this week. We had a lot of murder-suicides in Nebraska in the 402 itself here, and it makes you want to stop and really say, as far as if you're really going through something, I say just hurt yourself then, if you can do it physically. Hurt yourself physically, because it's people killing their significant others, leaving children without parents now. Like that is crazy. Because it was the one case where the woman was on the phone with 911, and then the 4-year-old child ended up picking up the phone, saying, you know, my mom's not waking up. And you know, I'm not gonna go into the details of the case because we're here to just talk about the mental health and not the case. But it's like, man, you had to be going through stuff for a long time, or situations occur. You don't have to take out somebody else's life and ruin your children's life because of what you're going through. Reach out and say something. It doesn't need to get to that point.
We don't want them to hurt themselves, you know.
Not at all.
You know, mental health is definitely a real thing, you know, and to ignore that, you know, would kind of like be ill of us to just act as if that's not a, you know, an issue. You know, however, I just feel like once we acknowledge something, like once we see it and be like, hey, you know, this is really like messing with me. Like, we have to just be strong enough to fight against. And I know this is easier said than done, as they say, but as not just men, but as people, as human beings, I think we can just, man, you gotta just fight against that, because we know that a lot of the mental health issues are put upon us by a lot of the societal, what they would say, norms or expectations in society. You know, life is stressful, life is difficult. It really is. So,
but a lot of what being a man is you don't need to express every one of your feelings and emotions. Some of it is just suck it up. Some of it is. I understand addressing your emotions, but having a proper outlet, maybe proper channels to talk to, that is what comes into the importance then, because the societal standards and expectations are not going to move. You can control what you have going on, though. I didn't mean to cut you off, Tom. Go ahead, but that's my entire thoughts on it, though. If you want to be a man, that's what it comes with.
No, it was perfect that you came in like that, because I believe it is one of those things that we got to have more men out here raising our kids. Men, we have to be in our kids' life, period.
Thanks.
But when it's coming to men's health, because that was the topic, talking about men's health, sometimes our young men have emotions like their moms, because they're under their moms all day. And that the way that a young girl is raised compared to a young boy is way different. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, suck it up. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't saying that everybody's not mental. Everybody's not mental, just keeping it real. And sometimes the dad gets the bad tab when he calls bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen kids before say that they were depressed because they got caught having sex in the house, like 12 years old, and you got caught having sex in the house, and now you got mad, your people took your phone, and now you said you're gonna kill yourself because you ain't got your phone. That's not
a tough situation.
That's a cap. But what I was gonna say, the thing is, not to cut you off, bro, but it's like that is such a delicate issue.
Yes.
Because to
I didn't do it yet. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on. I'll talk for him, man. I don't mind. It's the kicks of the week this time, man. Pulled him up on the channel. You know me, I got the shattered backboards on here. Had to do it, you know what I mean? Had to do it. Had to do it, you know what I mean?
No.
Absolutely.
No,
and that's the delicate situation.
Just know decorum.
But like you said, though, big on me.
But yeah, bro,
it's a delicate situation, which I agree.
Because you never know. Like this who's
really depressed and that's why I'm saying parents have to be in the life. A parent has a right to say, hey, man, when we grew up, it was handicapped mental people. When we was coming up, man, that was in them special classes, they was still getting whoopings with the rest of us. They mamas, they grandmama and them was still whooping. Peanut know better. Yeah. Peanut know better. But since you ain't here playing like that, you get too close, Peanut gonna slap you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, like the family dynamic.
They don't want parents no more.
Thank you.
That's it. But you take the same young lady that got caught having sex. She said she wanted to unalive herself because she got caught and they took her phone. This young lady is grown now. She's going to raise a kid. Okay, she's going to raise a kid with those same type of emotions, but she's going to baby it. Oh my God, baby, you come here. We see it when we deal with sports. Every one of us has dealt with coaching some type of sports. Mm-hmm. When you see it with the little soft little dude and his mom is, oh yeah, come over here, Boo Bear. Boo Bear, the biggest little dude on the team. You know what I'm saying? And
bring it out there and block.
Sometimes these kids end up having so-called mental issues, but it's delicate.
Too much coddling, bro. But I mean, we'll definitely have to expand on it anyway. That's a damn good topic. But man, we out of time this week. We do also want to say thank you for 150 subscribers, man. We always appreciate that. We're growing, man. If y'all want to hear something specific, let us know, man. But we appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe, and we appreciate y'all, and we out.